It has been a hot minute, but I'm back. I took a quick break, popped out another baby, but I'm back. If you didn't know, I was pregnant for, well, 9 months. I didn't show, I don't think, in any of my videos. I kind of just sat here and talked. But I did have another baby. Her name is Rosemary. We love her. Yeah, that's kind of the biggest update in my life currently. But I've been itching to make another video because I just want to talk about interiors with y'all. It's my favorite thing to do. So I have my list, and today we're just going to talk about things that I'm obsessed with, things that I have been pinning while feeding the new baby. So I have a lot, and there she is. I have a lot on my mind. And if you hear baby grunts, she's in the bassinet right next to me, so that's why. Okay, let's begin, because I have a lot to discuss. The first thing I have been pinning over and over again, I'm obsessed with, is useful, eclectic items. So by this, I mean baskets everywhere, boat and totes everywhere, but they're holding things that you use every day. Or if you have books everywhere, but you actually use the books, read the books, look through them. I love that. I'm really into as usual, I'm always into an eclectic vibe. But lately, I've been really liking things that aren't just styled to look eclectic, but you actually use them every day. I think it makes it more interesting than just styling your house to look eclectic, in my opinion. I love an old wicker basket with blankets in it on top of an armoire. I just thrifted these two baskets that we have in our laundry room, and I put all of my purse items that I'm not using that day in it, and then all of our toddler's shoes. Very functional, but it also looks really good. Instead of getting like a plastic bin from Target, I thrifted some baskets and I think it looks really good. By the way, I have so many thrifted items and pieces of art that I've done that I've found that I need to show y'all. I'll do that probably in the next video, but I have so much to show you. I've been sourcing items for my husband's coffee shop. They're kind of revamping it, and I've done some paintings for him. I'm actually about to start this gigantic, I don't even know how long it is, like 10 foot, 8 foot long painting. So I'm working on that, or I'm going to start working on that to put in their shop. Very excited. But I have found some of the best stuff I've ever thrifted for them. And if they don't take it for their coffee shop, I will gladly take it. And I'm going to show y'all eventually. So be on the lookout for that. Also, another side note, we are doing a major renovation to our laundry room slash entryway slash mudroom. Our AC broke I don't know, a month or so ago during the hottest week, which was really fun. But they ended up having to take out that gigantic HVAC system. If you've watched my other videos or one of my home tours, I think I've shown that unit. It's right when you walk in, and it was a monster. It was so ugly, so big, but they took it out, and hopefully they're going to come back and redo the floor, because right now it's just plywood. But we basically were gifted a whole new room in our house, which is the best gift ever. So I have a lot of plans for that. I'm going to do a whole video on revamping that, but that kind of ties into this topic of useful eclectic, because I'm going to do lots of useful things, but I'm going to make it look really fun. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, so basically I just like little piles of clutter, but in a really nice, chic way. So it doesn't look like clutter, but it kind of is. Next, I have large seating, meaning large armchairs, large sofas. I've been really into, this term is kind of overused, but the Nancy Meyers aesthetic. For some reason, I feel like I've just grown in my interior style. Like I feel like a real adult now. I don't know if it's because I popped out another kid or what, but I've been loving just the traditional, I feel like it's very American, coastal seating arrangements that just remind me of my childhood. If I went to a bougie person's house, they had really nice seating and it was all white and clean, but still really cozy. That's what I've been into recently. I love a giant coffee table. I'm thinking of getting a new coffee table for our living room. We'll see. I just kind of want things larger scale, like more comfy, like this rocker. It's just a glider rocker that we got for our nursery, but we put out here. I love the thickness. It's nice and comfy, and I kind of want to move into that direction. I don't think we're going to get new furniture anytime soon, but eventually, like piece by piece, I'd like larger scale items. I also just love large lamps. I have said for months, probably a year now, that I'm going to get new lamps. It's just one of those things that I haven't pulled the trigger on, even though totally could. It's just I don't want to. You know, each month rolls around, you got other things to buy. So eventually I would like to get like a really nice big over the top, not over the top, but like a big lamp. We went to this restaurant in the Cotswolds a few months back, and on their like bar they had this ginormous lamp. It was the biggest lamp I've ever seen, but it was literally like the base was this big and the shade was just as big. It was insane. I loved it so much, and I would like to have something like that in our home. Maybe not to that scale, but I love like a hefty lamp. That also feels very adult to me. Next, I have open shelving. This is nothing new. This is not reinventing the wheel, but because we have that new laundry room, I'm thinking of open shelving now, and I kind of want to do like a laundry room slash pantry slash like hosting area. I have so many items that I use when I host people, like serving platters and pitchers and nice plates. I've always wanted to put them on display, but I just haven't had anywhere to do so. So once that whole area is like patched up and new and fresh, I want to put in shelves and maybe do something like that. So we'll see. But I love an eclectic open shelving unit. I have been hyper fixated on everything Pearson Ward does. I've mentioned them in other videos and I've always loved them, but lately I've been like hyper fixated on their style, and they have so many examples of open shelving that I'm just in love with. So I'm kind of taking notes from them, and eventually I'll do it in our home. The next little trend I've been pinning a lot is, shockingly, white walls with colorful furniture and accessories in the home. We do have very light walls, like especially on camera this looks super washed out, but I've been really into like a nice warm cream color. It feels, like I said earlier, very Nancy Meyers, very cozy, Ralph Lauren classic vibes to me. And that's another aesthetic that I've kind of been longing for. It feels very cozy and clean, which I really like. Those are kind of the two words I've been coming back to with interiors. Is it's still very cozy, but it's minimal in a way. I love a clean white slash neutral kitchen with just a ton of bowls on the counter or art on the walls. I love stuff like that. I think this cream color is just something I've been really attracted to recently. And whenever we buy a home one day, I think I would consider painting the kitchen like a cream instead of a color, maybe, and then just having a lot of amazing eclectic items in the kitchen, like a nice island with a ton of stuff in it. That's another thing I've been obsessed with, is just a kitchen island that's utilitarian but still very eclectic. I've saved so many islands on Pinterest. I think I mentioned this in maybe my last video, but we recently got a kitchen island and it's my favorite thing in our house. But I also love kitchen islands that have shelves underneath them. I think an eclectic kitchen island also goes really well with cream walls because it's kind of the focal point and you don't really notice anything else, which I really enjoy. Next item I've been loving is unique hardware. I found so many hardware pieces on Etsy or eBay or just scrolling on Pinterest, and I think they're so fun. I have this chest of drawers, this little dresser that I really want to get new hardware for. I just haven't found like the exact pieces that I love, but hardware is just such a cool thing that is relatively cheap and it transforms any item drastically. I would love to do that. Get some vintage hardware, put it anywhere. I love the look of unlacquered brass hardware that has like a stone element to it, or marble or anything like that. I think it looks so good, especially if the color goes really well with everything else you have in your home. My next item that I've been loving is just planters with amazing plants in them everywhere. Now, I have not done this, but I want to. I love a terracotta planter with any type of plant in it, just like a huge plant that's like overgrown, or maybe it's an herb or something you can use in the kitchen. I love this so much. It goes along with all of my kitchen things that I've been loving. This also feels very homey to me. I just love it so much, and I find myself liking and pinning and saving a lot of pictures with them in it. So eventually I would like to do that. That's a very easy thing to do for your home. Just get a planter, get some plants, and there you go. I've yet to do so, but I will eventually. Going along with that, I've been loving and again hyperfixated on gardens. Now, ask me if I've gardened a day in my life. No, I have not. In my head, I think I would be great at it, but then when I actually think about it, I know that I would touch it once and then forget about it, and then the plants would be dead. So I don't know if this will actually ever happen for me. I am not a gardener, wouldn't even know where to begin, but I love the idea of it. It's like when I was little, I was hyper fixated on surfers. Did I live near the beach? No. Have I touched a surfboard? No. But in my head, I was like, I could totally do that. I could be a pro surfer. If you take one look at me, I think you can see that's not gonna happen. It's not in the cards for me. But it's the same with gardening. I'm like, oh, I could totally be Martha Stewart and have this crazy garden. It's a girl can dream, but I love the look of it and I love pinning it. I do want to get big planters for our front door, little porch area, and get, I forget what they're called. Are they Cosmos? Something like that, where I think they're pretty easy to plant and they get huge and kind of overgrown. That's the look I'm going for. If anyone is a gardener out there or has a green thumb, can you let me know plants that are easy to take care of, look like these reference images, or do well in the fall/winter since we're approaching fall? Let me know, because I really want plants on our front porch/backyard in like I said, terracotta planters. I just don't know which ones to choose. So let me know. Moving along from that gardening tangent, the two colors I've been really loving are mustard and olive green. I just love a deep, deep greeny, yellowy, browny color. I think for our laundry room, I'm going to paint it one of those colors, either like a more green leaning color or yellow, or just like a really deep khaki. We have a lot of blue in our house. Like our living room is like a bluish color. Our kitchen is blue. Our son's bedroom is blue, or it's the same color as this. So I want something drastically different and kind of complements or contrasts all the other colors. And I saw a picture of the new Doan store. I think it's new. It's in New York. And that yellow color is so incredible. So I think that's what I'm leaning towards for our laundry room. Next item, hung quilts. Framed quilts, hung up quilts, quilts on a couch, on a bed. I love this so much. I am on the hunt for a vintage quilt, patchwork, or whatever other type of quilts there are. I just love this look so much, and it goes along with that like kind of country but coastal vibe that I'm into right now. I consider it very American. It feels very nostalgic for me. That's what I'm leaning towards. It's giving prairie in a way, which I love. I actually found, I think it's a scarf, this Liberty scarf on eBay that I really want. I think it would look so good framed, and it was like $40. Maybe I can make them knock down the price even more. But things like this framed look so good to me, and I love the look of just having this big piece and then very minimal furniture and, like I said, a big lamp, and just keep it really clean, but have that really nice cozy element with the quilt and or scarf or fabric, whatever it may be. It's kind of similar to the like tapestry I made for our TV. If you've watched my other videos, I've shown that I made this like kind of looks like a flag, kind of looks like a tapestry type of folk art thing to hide our TV. So that's the vibe I want to go into even more. So we'll see. So those are all of my interior items and trends that I've been loving and just pinning away. But now I want to talk about random things, clothing, lifestyle, food, all of that, just real quick. One thing that I'm obsessed with that adds kind of in with the interior stuff I talked about is just a giant purse filled to the brim with necessary but cute items. I follow this woman on TikTok who I'm obsessed with. I feel like we have very similar styles. Her name is Kinsey Aldridge, and she has this what's in my bag video that I've said this a million times in this video, hyper fixated on, because once I like something, I have to think about it, watch it, go over it every day until I'm over it. So she has a what's in my bag video that I just love so much, and that's exactly the type of thing I'm into right now, is very utilitarian but still chic, and you look great, especially as a mom of 2 now, which is crazy. I always have so much junk with me, but I also want to make it look good. So having a big bag with pouches and fun little items is what I love. I've also just been loving Doen as a whole, the brand. This dress is from Doen. I treated myself for my birthday and got this, but they're silk shorts that I've seen every influencer on the planet have. I want so bad. I'm never going to pay that price for them, but they're very cute, and J. Crew has a pair very similar that maybe I'll get. We'll see. But having like a big t-shirt on, like a band tee with those, looks so good. One of my favorite YouTubers ever, I've followed her for years, Lizzie Hadfield, has this Pearl Jam shirt that I also got because I love Pearl Jam and I love her. So we have the same shirt, and she pairs it with shorts and ballet flats, which is right up my alley. I love nothing more than that combination. So things like that I'm just so beyond obsessed with. And I love clothing. Clothing and interiors take up 95% of my brain most of the time. I'm also just obsessed with a black t-shirt or just all black outfit, and then really nice rings. I don't have my wedding rings on right now because my fingers are still a little swollen from having a baby, but as soon as they fit, I'm gonna put them back on. But I just love a really pretty chunky ring. I think it looks so chic, and you look so cool and powerful with that on. And this necklace, I wear this necklace every day. It's from Amazon. I'm sure there are many other brands that make this type of, like, is it agate? No, I forget what this stone is, but it's just a red beaded stone. I love a beaded necklace more than anything. I want to have a whole collection because I just think it looks so good. So that's another thing I've been obsessed with. This and bag charms. And I did get the same bag charm that Kinsey Aldridge has from BaubleBar because I was like, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'll be taking that idea. Thank you. Also, another very random thing that I've been loving, but it has honestly improved my life, is labeling my food containers in the fridge. If you work in the restaurant industry, I'm sure you do this already. It's a very common practice. But for me, if I can't see something clearly, it's as if it doesn't exist to me. Like, if it's out of my sight, I actually forget about it instantly. If I can't find it, it's gone in my head. So having things labeled, especially because our fridge isn't like a double door, it has the freezer on the top and then the fridge on the bottom, so you have to look below to see what the food is. So with my Tupperware containers, I just put tape on the top of the lid, write the date, write what it is, and it helps a lot. Because I also have the worst memory when it comes to time, like a timeline, if that makes sense. If you ask me, what did you do 3 days ago? I genuinely couldn't tell you unless I looked through my camera roll and was like, oh, okay, now I remember I did this. So it helps a lot because I will have food in there and it could be a week and a half old, but I'm like, oh, that's 2 days old. So it's been helping a lot, especially with mom brain. It's a real thing. And if you tell me something, I will forget it. So just a little warning. Okay, I think those are all the things that I'm loving right now. Pinterest is my bestie. I spend too much time on it. All of my free time, if I'm nursing or just hanging around, I'm probably on Pinterest. I just love looking at pretty things, and I love talking about pretty things with you guys. And I love that you listen. So I hope you guys like that. I have more videos planned. I'm really excited to be posting again. This is like my favorite hobby ever. I love it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.